How can you continue your success even when times get tough? Hi, and welcome to your college planning daily tip that's designed to help you get your student to the right college at the right price while preserving your retirement. So, being successful when things are tough and weird and unusual is something that's going to benefit your student in college and beyond because there are a lot of things that are outside of our control, and college can be one of the most difficult experiences of your child's life. So, as we're in quarantine now, there are a lot of things that are challenging, especially if your student is still doing online classes for high school. So they've been used to sitting in a classroom with other students and having their teacher right in front of them and having daily reminders of the tasks that they need to accomplish. They're used to doing this. They've been doing this their entire high school and school career. So now things are different. And this is a really critical time because their GPA can be affected, and that is going to be showing up on college applications. So, your student needs to learn how to be successful even when things are unusual or difficult. So, what can they do to do that? They need to figure out what it is that keeps them motivated and keeps them moving forward. So, they need to make a plan, figure out when things are due, figure out when they're working on those items, making sure that things get turned in, how they can communicate with their teachers if they're having trouble, how they can work with other students if they need to have a study session. There are lots of ways that your student can be creative in making these things happen. So, equating that to then when they get to college and they're having trouble in classes, when can they communicate with their teacher about their problems? Or do they need to go to a TA? And how do they do that? And then how do they build a study group with other students in the class or go to study sessions after school? Or how can they work all of those things into their schedule? So, as you know, college can be tricky because there are classes, no one's accountable for going to those classes, right? Your student can go or not go. They can take the test or not take the test. They don't have anybody sitting on them making sure that they're getting there. So they need to find ways that they can be successful because they want to be successful. It's not about what anybody else is getting them to do. They're not going to get yelled at for not showing up to class. So they need to do it themselves. And this is a great time to get started. So figuring out ways that they can be successful. And it doesn't have to be school. If they are really interested in a business and being an entrepreneur, now is a great time for them to examine those things and how they can be successful in that area as well. So students being successful can look different for each student, but when they are successful on their own, that's going to set them up well to be successful in college and in life beyond. If you know someone who would benefit from receiving these daily emails, please pass this on to them so that they can get this message too. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.